Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Review today. Hey, we got an aluminum bottle here. Look at this. This is Old Court Ale from 16 Mile Brewing. They're out of Georgetown, Delaware. This is American Pale Ale, and it seems to me that they want to keep the ABV a secret. Ray Beer didn't know, Beer Advocate didn't know, went to the 16 Miles website and they didn't have it listed, so I kind of want to keep that a secret for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. So it's year-round serving from these people, so if you can get their beers or if you've seen this beer, you're going to be able to get it all year long. So we'll determine here in a minute whether it's worth picking up. Food pairings, cuisine, the Pan-Asian, the cheeses are earthy, Camembert, Fontina, nutty, Asago, Colby, Parmesan. The meat here it says is poultry. So glassware, a pint, mug, Stein, Becker. Not anything you want to pour it in, just pour it into something. So let's get the cap off this puppy and see what we got. It says here it's not recommended unless the ABV exceeds the normal range, so if nobody knows, how are you going to know? So we're going to dock them on that. And there's no date on the bottle, so we're probably going to dock them for that. So at least these guys will get the message. Let's get it in the glass. Like buying a loaf of bread and you don't know how it is. Especially in a bottle. I mean, you can't even see if there's any chunks floating around in it. So, it pours a very dark, I'm not going to say like a black color like a stout would be, but it is a very reddish, burnt amber. Almost like a cola in the glass or a very strong tea. Didn't pour a big head. I didn't pour it real aggressive down the center or anything because I didn't know what it was going to do. But a lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom of the glass. So it's good to know though. Let's see what it's all about. A little citrusy, a little malty, a little grassy. Doesn't smell bad though. I mean, I've not had one of these before, so cheers guys. Rather watery, rather bland. Reminds me of a malty Budweiser. Fairly easy drinking, almost like water. Nothing stands out. This is a little bit lemony or citrusy. Malty, not real malty. The smell is a little maltier than the taste is. But it's not bitter. I taste no alcohol basically. And it's easy drinking, so I mean it probably could be a good sessionable beer if it's the price is right. It's a 16 ouncer, so it's a big aluminum bottle. So if you're into collecting aluminum, these are the thicker ones too. I mean, it's not like a beer can. You can't dent this. You can't squeeze it hardly. I just barely put a dent in it by squeezing it. So these are pretty tough bottles. I've actually put homebrew back into these bottles. I've cleaned them out and put homebrew back in there, and it works pretty good. The capper is the issue there. The newer cappers want to crimp around the neck, so you have to use the old-fashioned when it comes down on it. So I have both. Yeah. There's nothing standing out about this beer to me. Fairly easy drinking, sessionable beer. Biggest thing I can say that knocks against it is no date on the bottle. Yeah, it's easy drinking. I mean, it's very sessionable. And the ABV is. So, I mean, we need to know those two things. So, they need to put that on the bottle, guys. Hey. But it's right out of the fridge. I'm going to sip on it pretty quick here, so I'll be right back and we'll do the final chug on this one. So, it's an average beer. Yeah, I mean, unless it changes my mind in the next 15 minutes or so, it looks pretty average to me. So, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, thanks for sticking around. Got a little up here in the glass. As it's warmed up, it's got a little bit of caramelly. Not quite so much a brown nutty taste, but it does have a toffee caramelly taste, and it's really not a bad beer. It's kept the lacing on the top of the glass there. It would probably be a B beer, but it's going to get to C today because it doesn't have the AB listed anywhere on the bottle, any website, any rate. Nobody has a clue what the ABV is, and then there's no date on the bottle on top of that. So. Took a B beer down to a C beer, and that's what I'm going to give it. They need to learn to put that somewhere. If you don't want to put it on the bottle, put it on the website. Let somebody know what it is. I mean, even their own website doesn't say what the ABV is on this beer, and that's unacceptable to me. If you don't know what the ABV is, you don't know how long you can keep it. So, I mean, that's a thumbs up for being in the bottle and no light can get through it, but come on, guys. Let us know how old the beer is. That's the bottom line. So, final chug. Could have been a B beer, guys. I mean, it's a decent beer, and I like how they've got it packaged. It's just got to put the information out so we know how long we can keep the beer and what the ABV is on it. So it gets a 4 today on the scale. Rate Beer has just a 34 overall and a 16 in the style. So there's some people there not liking it, but Beer Advocate, just about everything I read there, the guys come up with a B also. So it's probably a B beer. But we need a little more information about this beer before I'm gonna give it that grade. So I bought two different ones, and I'm probably gonna do the other one now that there's no dates or anything like that. So I'm gonna probably review it tomorrow. So guys, if y'all have had this beer or seen it and tasted it, and give me some info or some comments back on this, let me know. If y'all know what the ABV is, I couldn't find it anywhere. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and we're going to do it again tomorrow, and it's going to be probably one of the 16 milers, so come on back and see if it's worth a crap. See y'all then.